Defender's overall role is just making sure that this lead that Adrian built up was kind of evened out.
Yes, and it's not really about the wonderful plays or the highlight plays with the Paquito we see from other teams. This time, last time, Defender was just, playing his role. And his role was to target the Beatrix, specifically in that class crash in the bomb lane. So maybe this is Malvina saying, okay, we don't want that hero. At the same time, it's always a good hero to put. I mean, whenever people... okay.
Your team
War Barbie.
Quick flex, by the way.
Ooh. Quick flex, but okay. Now my train of thought is lost by the... with a flex coming up from War Barbie.
Look, he is a good-looking man, all right? I'm not going to lie. I got distracted by that as well. But Malvina's Gaming going to be locking in. This is going to be a Hayabusa. We haven't seen Hayabusa a lot because it keeps getting banned out. But let's not forget Navi banned out the Esmeralda as they are going to be locking in the Beatrix as well as the Clint.
Wow. Long-range artillery. But this means that Navi already revealed their laning stage. This definitely will be the mid lane Beatrix as well as the Clint in the gold lane. Well, we can see. Oh, look at that.
Hey.
Another flex. M2.
You know, they got that M2 merch. They know where they're coming in from.
Yeah. Absolutely, and the thing is, right now for Malvina's Gaming, they have secured a very comfort hero for their jungler, right? Getting the Hayabusa, the Assassins, like we mentioned in the Keys to Victory, and now picking up something like the Farsa as well. Getting that lane, no, not lane dominance, but that team fight dominance with that Lolita. Man, I was about to say it. You are against two marksmen. Lolita is going to be great, and there you have it. Honestly though, sure, I do like the Amon to just basically pressure that Farsa to not ever use that feather airstrike, but again, you are going up against a Lolita with an on-demand stun. Will it pay off for Navi?
I call this the face of the playoffs. It's great versus the double marksman setup of Navi already. And you also have that Numinum Blast for the counter engagement. This is also a way to protect the Farsa if ever. So this is like Malvina's Gaming covering all of their heroes, covering all of the important heroes in their composition. This Farsa and Lolita, it's gonna be deadly. Like you said, Amon can play a good role in terms of like bursting down this Hayabusa as well as this Farsa, most particularly the Farsa. But with the presence of the Lolita, that really changes things up. Now Navi gonna be covering all of their bases this time, banning out that Brody so that they make sure that the composition in the laning stage is gonna be good. Now it kind of makes me think, they put in the Brody in the mid lane already. Is this time to put the Clint in the mid lane?
I don't think Clint is going to go into the mid lane. In all honesty, it's really hard to say. You know, I'm trying to keep sanity here at this table so far. All right? The one thing that I noticed is a lot of these bans that we are seeing so far is making sure that Adrian doesn't have something that he's comfortable playing on. I wouldn't be too surprised if Navi decides to, get rid of something along the lines of Kagura, maybe even start banning out things like Popo and Koopa to really make sure that Adrian doesn't have something that he can hold on strong in that gold lane. They want a winning gold lane at the end of the day. And Malvina's Gaming getting rid of supports simply because we want you to fall into the Numenon Blast, get rid of the Matilda.
Yeah, man, honestly, I get where you're coming from, Wolf, right? Yeah. The craziness of the draft. After that Onyx ID game, I'm seeing things as well. But again, like we are saying here, the Brody ban coming in from Navi, basically just trying to remove that pressure from that gold lane, right? Again, like we mentioned, Clint and Beatrix, they are both really good, but going up against the Brody, it's actually still kind of 50-50, but now the Ruby as well. So the Amon, they're trying to make some space for him, right? Yes, basically give him more room to play around the map. With that Ruby taken away, it will definitely create some space, but again, you have that Lolita. This Lolita is going to be conflicted, all right? Do you want to just stay in the front lines, help to soak in the damage of the two marksmen, or do you want to peel for your Farsa? That is going to be the big question. Let's see how they round it up. Maybe they can get someone else for the engage, perhaps with a Lapu to go in, maybe even to go for the peels, a Lunox in the gold lane. We still don't know, right? Yeah. But right now, as it stands, that Lolita is going to be conflicted.
Yeah. It is. And, even Malvina's Gaming understands, like, okay, let's get rid of them good old reliables here. Say goodbye to Yutong. You're not going to be able to get to our Farsa that easily. The question is, how is Navi going to actually deal with this? Because they themselves banned out the Ruby to try to say, hey, Malvina's Gaming, we don't want you to be able to kind of protect your backline and kind of buffer us for that big re-engage with Lolita.
I mean, we were talking about the traditional picks, right? The good old reliable, as you mentioned, Gideon. How about the Grok? Navi, they can pick that up as their last pick because it is one of the traditional. Okay, let's talk about that later. But it's one of the traditional picks against Lolita. The knock-up is gonna be there to cancel both the Numinum Blast as well as the Bulwark. It has great coverage when it comes to invading against this Hayabusa. It also covers their squishy backline, so it could be a pick. However, this Benedetta, I think this will go into the XP lane.
Yeah, I think this is going to go into the XP lane for sure here. Malvinas Gaming, yep, Popo and Koopa as well as the Glue going to get picked up this time. Glue not having the best win rate in the world. However, I think it's actually going to go perfectly in this lineup.
Exactly.
It's just so big, so beefy. These marksmen have something to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's anti-marksman, and with a double marksman setup coming out from Navi, this Glue will just be a perfect pick. And now they're hovering it. Let's go.
They are hovering it. Are they going to go for the Grok? Sawo, lock it in, buddy. But,
okay, they changed it up.
He's rotating.
Come towards
on.
It,
At least give me a good prediction. Make me look smart, please.
Make us look smart here. But, all right, let's talk about the picks that have already been picked up. The Popo and Koopa, I love that coming in for Adrian. Again, you are going up against that Clint in that gold lane. You want to bully that Clint. You don't want to get bullied. And I think Popo and Koopa are one of the picks that can do that. But finally, let's get it, man. That is the Grok coming in. The signature pick of Sawo from Navi.
Man, to think that Cho hasn't been picked up as much these days going into the support role and Jawhead, it's kind of strange overall, but yes, having that Grok to have that almost secure, guaranteed way to walk through all the CC that Malvinas Gaming has to try and disrupt that Feathered Airstrike. Let's see whether it's going to be enough this time round.
Yeah. Well, you have invade potential against the Hayabusa if you pair it up with Amon or maybe the Beatrix. And then, of course, you can use that knock-up to cancel the counter-engage of the Lolita. I guess this is more of an enabler for the marksman here that's present for Navi.
Let's see. Let's see what happens. It is going to be very, very tough for both of the teams. I feel like both of the teams have very good compositions, but I do need to favor Malvinas Gaming right here with the Glue. But we're going to get straight into the Land of Dawn here, Gideon. Are you guys ready back at home? Let's get it.
Yep, it's tournament lives here. Let's see which team is going to make it out on top. Can Malvinas Gaming bring it to a Game 3, or is Navi going to send them back home? Oh, the groups are not looking too good here overall, and the odds are so very high. Defender going to be starting things off, proxying the wave against the Glue.
I really like this from Navi. They want to use this early aggression, but Sawo, he goes in only to recall. That is, all right, he pops in the battle emote as well, Nani. And there you go, there's just Navi with aggression, but wait a minute!
Yep, Nagi might be in a little bit of trouble here because the overall early game isn't looking too good as they contest for the Litho Wanderer. That's why you see Defender proxying very early on to make sure they can guarantee this early lead for Sunset Lover.
This is what Navi needs to have, right? The early aggression that at least they can't really like shut down the jungling of a Hayabusa. That's very hard to do, but at least they keep tabs of where Malvinas Gaming is. And at the same time, if they just delay it for maybe just a few seconds, those seconds pile up, and maybe they'll have enough for this Amon to be able to just roam around the map. And Benedetta, this is also a hero that we have not seen so much. Not even their MPLs, right?
I mean, it's been a very long time, but Defender's doing good against Sing of all people, especially on a Glue, putting him down to 1 HP and using his Execute at the same time. Very well played coming in Defender, but you can see that Malvinas Gaming just making sure this Popo and Koopa is well kept and well protected as Queen has been pathing from top to bottom side.
Let's see what happens here. Again, because of this composition, Adrian, he wants to go and use the Popo and Koopa to go for the turrets, but it is going to be right now Malvinas, again, trying to force it, trying to go for that aggressive play into Navi. Now that the Hayabusa has hit that power spike, they want to go for the neutral objective, but the story is, will Navi give it to them?
Well, let's find out here. Defender has gotten priority, and Turtle is going to be heavily contested by both sides. Glue going to get that push onto top to pull away Benedetta, but she doesn't mind clearing up that wave super quickly. She still has Electro Final Blow, decides to give up the wave as Sing goes into split form, tries to get on top, almost getting one shot here. Gets on top of Defender so far, but Sunset Lover doesn't have his ult, which does mean the Feather Airstrike coming in from Harley. He's going to go uncontested for now. Samo's on top of him, and Stefe is going to lock him down for the time being. Quinn playing it slow. Both sides haven't used their retribution just yet.
Very, very smart from MVG, just baiting out the abilities and also just using the resources right now. And Nagib, he's actually going to use that ultimate onto Steffi. That's a huge resource burnt out right before the fight starts. But same thing goes here. It might just be Quinn going in.
Oh, he's going to go with the Oki Shadow Kill. Can the RNG work? No, Sawo doesn't go down just yet. A little unlucky for Quinn so far, but now that just means that NAVI will have full priority over this turtle.
So he popped sprint so that he will be nearer a wall. That gave him a little bit of, sustain against that ultimate coming out from Hayabusa. They also grouped up together. Very nice answer coming out from NAVI, and they secured the turtle because of that.
This turtle brought to you by the STB. As we get back into towards this game here, the question is, where does Malvinas Gaming kind of want to start attacking NAVI on the map here? It can't just be on these neutral objectives.
Oh yeah, 100%. So they have to wait for the items on Sing, utilize that, and then eventually get the first item on Quinn, and then eventually find the opening. So the question is where, right? I'm seeing as if this second turtle is the main point of contention for Malvinas. It happens to be in the gold lane. So this is the point of contention for Malvinas. They need to control this area. If they get the first item, maybe the War Axe onto Quinn, maybe they can get a kill, eventually get a turret, and then the turtle.
Okay. So they're going to have to do a lot of translations before they get to that point.
That's
here.
right.
But so far, I kind of want to talk about Defender so far. His control over that top side with his Benedetta has been immaculate so far, forcing Sing to use his ultimate very early on to try and force this out, knowing that there's about 60 seconds left. They could look to maybe punish down on bot side, but here comes Sunset Lover as well as Lil. Lil gets locked down here. He might be in a lot of trouble as Popo and Koopa is locking him down in the Doom Blast. Secures and helps that kill. Adrian is still alive despite the ultimate coming in from Manon. And now Nagib is on the run. Feather Airstrike is going to be more than enough. Gets cancelled out by Sawo, and they pull back away.
Beautiful once again from Malvinas Gaming. This is where they find their comfort. But again, this is the same story as game number one. Malvinas, they get the edge. Will they be able to use this to collapse, to get more, to translate it to some objectives? Because on the board, it's NAVI that can go for these crazy cheeky picks everywhere on the map to come back from that goal, from that kill lead of Malvinas.
NAVI pressing the attack this time. They can actually let go of the Hayabusa, knowing that they don't have the HP on other heroes. But look at this. Lil already with the Endless Battle. Might make a move onto bottom lane with the Grak as well as the Beatrix, which also coincides with the turtle spawn.
Yeah, and I think this is some good timing here. Malvinas Gaming already getting a little bit of priority as he's proxied, Sing has proxied the wave early on, and now it's going to be the contestation. Let's see how this plays out here. 3v4, not a good number to be in Navi's situation here, but they're going to try and turn it anyway. Defender getting in towards that backline, immediately gets locked out. Eye for an eye does not come out in time, and I think Navi's going to call it. No, Sawo goes in with a wild charge to maybe buy a little bit more time here, but he's going to be giving up his life for nothing as Malvinas Gaming get 2-0 and will be taking the turtle at the same time.
This is the thing from the side of Navi. They need to play to their strengths. Their strengths are definitely not in the team fights right now. All right, Malvinas controls the team fights. Every single one that they have played, they have done it. All right, the team fights are just the win condition. What you need to do is this: you isolate the members, you look for the pickoffs, and exactly that. Sunset Lover will miss on that, and that's actually going to be the turn.
Oh, the Alpha Wolf manages to buy just enough time. Adrian goes down to Defender. They trade 1-for-1 so far. Is that what we want to be looking at here, Wolf?
No, definitely not, because for Navi, surely they get a kill onto Adrian, but that's the expense of Sunset Lover, as well as their turret in the bottom lane. And I'm sure that even Adrian, after that, getting the Blade of Despair already up, and then getting a push onto the bottom lane, apart from the fact that they got a turtle, I think that he's happy even after dying.
Okay, speaking of which here, Defender, luckily that Quinn already used his ultimate on towards that top side as Navi will start attacking and putting a lot more pressure here. You can see a lot of the members rotating. Oh, seeing in trouble! Flickers on out there just in time. Steffi doesn't get the stun just yet. Numnam Blast is coming on through. He doesn't have the flicker to go on forward.
Oh my, did you see that? Sawo just used the Guardian's barrier and then Stickers puts up the emotes up because he knows that he did a great job.
Huge, man. That was really great from Navi, but this is exactly what they need to do. Just play it with the rotations. This is where they find their strengths, going in for that objective control, and also in the process pick up some kills on the way. But this is when you need to back away. When you know Malvinas has rotated to the same place, you go instantly look for some trades on the other side, or go for some picks like they're doing right now.
Oh, Harley didn't get caught into Bennett's rage so far, but Sawo now is going to get trapped here. Feather Airstrike is coming on out. He quickly gets on. Ooh, the split does connect, and it's going to be the Oki Shadow Kill, more than enough damage to take out Sawo this time. But luckily, it's only the Roamer. They don't lose too much off of this. The Defender is already on the top side using Lecto Final Blow to kill the wave. Venus Gaming looking for a potential punish here. They're going to dive on towards Defender, securing the kill instantaneously. Adrian doing a really phenomenal job, and Harley just trapped Numina Blast to try and disengage. Harley's just waiting for an opportunity to get on out of there. No, wings by wings, and it's going to be Navi finding a trade kill of their own.
Again, it's going to be very, very hard for this to keep on going because Sing is going to be able to bring Lil back.
Oh no, and that just means that Clint, out of all people, Lil should not have died there, but he already used the Flicker. A good punish as Venus Gaming looking for anything as Navi wants to crack open this tier 1, and Sawo will be going down to a killing spree for Sing.
What a strange turn of events for Navi. They were so separated in the map. The only positive trade that they were able to get is a turret in the mid lane, being the fact that it's a mid lane turret. So that is the only advantage that they have. But overall, economic-wise, that was a lot of gold that they lost, or maybe a lot of gold that they gave to Malvinas Gaming. So strange to see that happen. But maybe the only thing that they can celebrate for is that mid lane push. For Malvinas, that is very important. But they still get the advantage when it comes to the economy. Maybe they can use Quinn now as well as Adrian into team fighting against Navi.
Again, in that team fight, Nagib's going to get attacked immediately. The squad trap should be more than enough to take him out. Quinn finds the initial kill, but you can see that Sunset Lover cannot take the damage here from Harley.
Yeah. One of the main things, again, that I want to bring up is that, another solo kill by Agent. He's just been on point today. But yeah, what I want to point out is the draft, all right? For Navi, the reason I really like Malvinas more than Navi is because that Navi, even though they have these frontliners, right? The Benedetta, the Gruff, they're not tanky until they get those items. Before those item power spikes, it is going to be Malvinas controlling the game. And I feel like Navi, they won't be able to make those proactive movements that they are so comfortable at doing. And now, Malvinas just keeps on going.
Yep, Nagib, he gets hit by the Feather Airstrike. Sawo can't do anything about it, but Quad Shadows as well as the Oki Shadow Kill has been used. Defender really deep into enemy lines here, but Sunset Lover does not have an opportunity to get in on this fight.
Some nerd out moments here. I really love the decision coming up from Harley. He popped the Feathered Airstrike when Sawo already popped his first skill, which is the Power of Nature. And you know that if you're charging the Power of Nature, you just can like leave it and just pop your Guardian's Barrier so that there was no cancel again, just like this time.
They're doing it again. Harley in trouble, flickering out of the situation so far. Sing cannot seem to punish anybody just yet. Defender, good eye for an eye to keep him up alive, but Sunset Lover can't seem to get into these flank angles against Malvinas Gaming as they hover around the mid side. Sunset Lover is going to commit fully onto Sing, who gets into the split form. Sunset Lover might be in some trouble here as we see Nagib trying to shred him as much as they can. Where's the rest of Malvinas Gaming? We don't see it. Sunset Lover is going down as Malvinas find an opportunity, lock down the Grok, and even committing to a feathered airstrike. Natas Vincere get caught in their own rotation.
12-2. This is Malvinas Gaming at their best, but remember, this is exactly the same thing that happened to them in the first game. What they need to do is stay consistent. Again, I keep on repeating it, but that has been the main critical reason that Malvinas haven't been able to close out these games. They get the early lead here, Wolf and Gideon, but they can't end these games. Right now, they are on a very good path. What they need to do is stay disciplined, play with their lead, and stop with those crazy fights now.
And not only that, they itemized well. I saw Sing pick up the Tikiras, which is perfect against the heavily physically based lineup of Natas Vincere. I mean, surely Sunset Lover deals magic damage, but it's not like a sustained magic damage. It comes in bursts. And it also, the uptime for that magic damage isn't as high as compared to something like a Feathered Airstrike, right? So if you're Navi, you're really heavily sided on the physical damage department, and might not be enough as Nagib might fall. Will not.
Oh, Quinn did not want to commit fully to it. I think he could have gotten that kill onto Nagib if he just threw out his shurikens before taking back the Quad Shadows, but maybe running out of time. Defender now taking quite a bit of damage here as Lord is crashing onto that top side. In towards mid, we're seeing the Beerus Passion come out. Numina Blast looking to actually capture, and he does find Sawo, who's taking so much damage. Adrian does it again, finding that kill as Harley is getting brought down low, and Sing is now trying to pull in the rest of the members, but he may be in some trouble, but he's clearing up that wave just nicely. Feathered Airstrike disengaged the composition as Lil tries to punish, doesn't find it just yet. Malvinas Gaming, as you said, Miracle playing disciplined now with the 7K gold lead.
I love how they're playing with the winning conditions right now, right? Again, they already have the draft that makes it really, really easy to go for the sieges. You have the Popo and Koopa, you have that far side to zone away the members, as well as the follow-up from Hayabusa if anyone does get low. So what you need to do, again, is go for the sieges slowly but surely, take the game on. You don't want to go for an all-out brawl in the moment where you already have the lead. That is where Navi comes into the picture, right? What they need to do, Navi, is to try to go for a desperate play, but in the right time. Malvinas, they are very emotional players, it seems, in the draft, in the playstyles right now. They will make some mistakes here when they are put in a position where they think they can win these fights. And there we go. It is actually a catch from Malvinas.
Absolutely great catch here, and Adrian is just doing some great work. Oh, wait, no, it's going to be some more. Sing now looking for an opportunity to get on somebody here. The split doesn't get fully stacked up on anybody and doesn't pull him out of position.
Oh, man. Well, Malvinas, very nice movement coming up from Steppy because he was able to spot out where Navi was, and then he lured Navi into their bubble.
Oh, and the bubble is getting cracked wide open here. Hayabusa comes on back. Huge damage so far. Sawo is by more than enough time, and Sunset Lover is going to be taken out that backline. Whoever's low is going to go down to him. He's already found two. A defender, he may be coming up back up and might be able to join this fight. Sing in trouble. He quickly gets on enough time and takes out Amon. There goes Sunset Lover as Malvinas Gaming finds a kill. Oh, what a fight and defense that was from Navi.
That's exactly what I said about Navi. What they need to do is wait for Malvinas to crack, right? Because they have cracked every single time. They make these plays even though they have the gold lead, and that is the prime time for Navi to look for the picks when Malvinas is too distracted onto one thing. They tunnel vision a lot onto one thing. Objectives, it's fully objectives. Turrets, it's fully turrets. When it's anything, even in the team fights, you target one person, they go for that one and they forget the rest.
Yeah, gotta give it to Sunset Lover though. We were talking about how the damage might not come out, the magic damage, it might not be enough from Sunset Lover, but he played that assassin mage wonderfully well, getting 2 important kills to buy time for Navi. There still is a stretch. Malvinas Gaming, they still have plenty of lead to go, but that is a step in the right direction. Now the next point of contention is going to be the Lord. Malvinas, they definitely have got the advantage. If they don't lose any heroes now, maybe they can take the next Lord.
Well, we're already seeing one as Quinn tries to get on top of Lil or even to give one or the other. Numenon Blast is going to be locking them down. It's going to be Popo and Koopa who gets it. They find the mega kill coming in from Adrian. He's running down Sawo. He's got more than enough damage to do so. And as well as the split coming in from Sing. It's zoning them all out. Lil gets pulled back into the fight. It's like the final blow. Defender doing his best to stick to his brand name as Malvinas Gaming starting to push, and they find potential lethal here. Feathered Airstrike is going to be coming down towards Lil's side. Ooh, almost gets him. Adrian, he's already starting on the crystal. They're looking to end this right here, right now. Lil on top of it. Oh, Quinn! Somebody stop him! No! They've done it! Malvinas Gaming bring it to game 3.
Woo! There you go, boys. That is Malvinas Gaming at their best when they get that early aggression snowballing, and finally they have learned from the mistake in the first game. You can see the smiles on their faces. They are relieved, but we need to calm down. There is still a decider game here. Game 3 is going to be for all the marbles.
Yeah, you saw how the Hayabusa as well as the Popo and Koopa just tower locked in there and they were able to finish the job. But I think the real reason on how Malvinas Gaming won that clash was Sing, unsung hero in that last clash, because he kept on top of the Clint. It made sure that whenever they want to go for the kill, or at least for more damage coming out from Navi, Sing prevented that from happening. Also, there was a Lolita that used the Numenon Blast perfectly well. I think it was everybody from Malvinas stepping out.
Yeah, they did a really good job, but I think this is why people are talking so much about Adrian's Popo and Koopa and why they've been banning it out during the group stages. What a performance that was. He was just shredding people, and he never misplaces those frost traps. The follow-up CC is just so rapidly insane. But guys, this is only game number 2. One more decider match for all that marbles. But let's break down this victory coming in from Malvinas Gaming with LaFell and Leo at the analyst stand.
Thank you so